kind of company.
Tonight on CTV3 News, BSI-ASR proposes an increase in price of brown sugar sold in the local market. Chairman of the CSCPA justifies request for increase in price per pound of both plantation white sugar and brown sugar. BSCFA not in agreement on proposed increase in price of brown and white sugar. Cabinet forms a subcommittee to address inflation and price gouging. And Digital Connect Center now operational in San 7. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Thursday, March 2nd, 2023.
Smart introduces real unlimited postpaid plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
Hello? Velma Dinkley speaking.
Hello, Velma. Do you like solving mysteries?
Yeah, but I'm actually much more three-dimensional than that. Who is this?
That's the mystery. And solve it quick, because I'm in your house.
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with Centaur, your kind of company.
Good evening with your news, also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. Last night we told you that on February 28, 2023, the Corozal Sugarcane Producers Association, CSCPA, and the Progressive Sugarcane Producers Association, PSCPA, wrote to Prime Minister John Briceño requesting an increase in the prices of bagged sugar sold in the Belize market. This includes the brown and plantation white sugar. In the letter, both associations outlined that the last adjustment increase in the local price per pound of brown sugar was in 2001, while plantation white is now at 75 cents per pound since 2015. The producers are requesting that the price of brown sugar be increased from 39 cents per pound to 75 cents per pound, and the price of white sugar to increase from 75 cents per pound to $1 per pound. Today we spoke to the chairman of the Corozal Sugarcane Producers Association, Vladimir Puk. He told us the formal request for an increase in the retail price of sugar is based on a price structure which takes account of increases in cane growing and sugar manufacturing costs over the past 22 years.
Creo que en varias juntas de SCPC y a nivel de board también, SICP, hemos hecho el comentario y también la necesidad, ¿no?, de ya poder, por meses atrás, muchísimo antes que la situación del país pues manera, ¿no? Con la inflación. Al ver de que todos los insumos que utilizamos para la caña, pues incrementó, como por ejemplo fertilizante, hasta casi un 100%. Entonces veíamos la necesidad de tener que incrementar, ni siquiera en el mercado local, ya que hay un control interno nuestro, ¿no? Junto con el gobierno, para este incremento. Y pues tendría que haber un inicio, y creo que este fue el inicio junto con Progressive, para pedirle al primer ministro pues esta petición, ¿no? Para ver en cómo podemos apoyar a nuestros cañeros que están en una necesidad también muy precaria en este momento, ¿no? Con la inflación.
While cane farmers are already receiving fuel subsidies to offset the effects of inflation, this is not enough, says Book.
Analizando bien la situación del fuel subsidy, el fuel subsidy viene a base que el gobierno pues nos da ese subsidio, no es algo que el usuario o el que compra nuestro producto está aportando, ¿verdad? Es algo que el gobierno decidió, no recuerdo muy bien cuál gobierno, pero los dos lo han apoyado, y es algo que viene desde cuando llega el combustible a Belice, ¿verdad? Entonces no es algo que le quitamos a cualquier persona allá afuera que compra nuestro producto, que está subsidiando, ¿verdad? Hay que tenerlo bien claro. Entonces no es nuestro taxpayers money, así por decir, es algo que viene gracias al gobierno que nos da ese subsidio. Ahora, hay también otra cosa que se ha mencionado en varias juntas a dos niveles, ¿no? CTV3 y SITV, en donde no está debidamente o equitativamente distribuido el combustible, ¿no? Todos los que estamos arriba de como de 30 millas o quizás más no beneficiamos igual, especialmente en Orange York, los cañeros viniendo hacia el norte, San José, San Pablo, y ellos ven esa necesidad también de tener un poquito más de ese subsidio, ya que aldeas o zonas donde se cosecha la caña más cerca del ingenio, pues gozan de lo mismo que Corozal, que es el punto más lejos del país.
As industry stakeholders, the CSCPA is convinced that the proposed increase in the retail prices of locally produced sugar at this time is necessary and very much crucial to securing the continuing viability of all sugarcane farmers and that of the industry to remain viable.
Sí es una gran ayuda en este momento. Sí es cierto, los precios internacionales se ven muy lucrosos, pero también tenemos que ver a nuestro alrededor, aquí nuestros hermanos en Guatemala, nuestros hermanos en el lado mexicano, en donde el azúcar es algo necesario, ¿verdad? Igual como aquí en Belice. Y sin embargo, los negocios que han estado lucrando del producto, de la materia prima que es el azúcar, estamos viendo también ver que el consumidor en el norte, que es el cañero, consume todos estos productos, pero el azúcar no fue considerado en ningún momento algo tan importante, ¿no?
And while consumers might be up in arms at the request, Polk says the sugar industry continues to contribute to the national economy in the form of increased contributions to GDP, employment, and foreign exchange earnings, all of which continue to have a positive impact on consumers.
El cañero requiere de un extra, de un importe un poquito extra para que pueda seguir sosteniendo sus cañaverales a un nivel que sea muy rentable. Entonces, al público en general, ¿verdad? Que miren también que si la industria siembra de caña aquí en el norte, que hay 40,000 familias dependiendo directa o indirectamente de la industria, cómo se iba a ver de acá a 2 años con esta inflación mundial, se puede decir, inflación local también, en donde nos íbamos a ver en 2 años, que cuando para destruir un cañaveral sin insumos en un par de años se vuelve un desierto, ¿verdad? Y iba a ser algo aún más difícil para cualquier gobierno poder levantar. Entonces es algo de que hay que tener conciencia también en que los cañeros necesitan para poder sobrevivir.
Both associations await a prompt response from the Prime Minister.
Esperamos de nuestro buen primer ministro en cualquier momento, ¿no? Me imagino que él también tiene sus asesores, sus ministros para poder llegar a una respuesta, pero quisiéramos que sea lo más pronto posible, ¿no? Ya de que la situación del clima, como mencioné, la situación de los altos precios por los insumos y la situación del combustible también, que está bajando el subsidy, que fluctúa mucho, son cosas que vienen afectando al fin del día a todos nuestros hermanos cañeros, ¿no? Así es de que te pido, ¿no? Con tu intervención, con esto, ¿no? Para que se ponga un poco de atención. Sé que lo va a hacer, ¿verdad? Pero que sea a la más brevedad posible.
Prime Minister John Briceño has indicated that before any decision can be made, Cabinet must dissect the proposal. For context, here is what he told the media yesterday.
This is something that we in Cabinet would have to take a look at, because as we know, the cost of living continues to go up, and by raising the price of sugar, it can have a direct impact on almost everything. And we are trying to do our darnest best to keep down the cost of living. The argument could be made that yes, it is deserving, but also we can make an argument that the taxpayers are helping by the fuel subsidy that we give to be able to keep down the cost of their operations. So whilst they are giving up something, the taxpayers, I believe, are also giving something. Now, mind you, I'm also a cane farmer, so it would be in my interest if it were to go up, but that's not what we're all about. We have to look at the bigger picture, and that is what steps can we take to try to hold on the cost of living on all our citizens.
And PSI-ASR is also requesting an increase in the price per pound of the commodity, but only brown. In a letter sent to Prime Minister John Briceño on February 8, the company outlines that during that same week, global raw sugar prices breached the $21 US cents per pound mark for the first time since 2016. This says BSI-ASR reflects the global trend affecting most commodities and is also a feature of the cyclical nature of commodity pricing. The company notes that currently they are able to sell brown sugar into CARICOM at around 64 cents per pound and are proposing that government raise the domestic price of brown sugar to a similar level. The rationale for the request lies in various points. For one, the company says there has been no increase in brown sugar prices for 22 years. Another point that they make is that during this time, average inflation in Belize has risen by over 35%, with transport costs in particular being over 60% higher. Also mentioned is the current retail prices for other basic food items, which are more than 3 times the control price for brown sugar and PW sugar, considering both the land, human, and capital resources involved in the production of sugar cane and the sugar. This disparity is significant. The company outlines that the retail control price for brown sugar in Belize is one of the lowest in comparison to the retail prices of brown sugar in other industries around the world, including the London No. 5 refined sugar price, which is the lowest price obtainable in the market for direct consumption refined sugar. And while BSI-ASR says it understands the challenge of inflation in Belize at this time, they put into perspective that BSI produces annually around 3,500 metric tons of brown sugar for the domestic market. Split on a per capita basis based on the current population of 440,000 Belizeans, the price increased from 39 Belize cents per pound to Belize 65 cents would be result in a per capita increase for a family of 4 of $18.53 Belize dollars per annum, which for them is negligible. At the end of the letter, the company asked government to act quickly to correct disparities. So that makes it 3 entities that are requesting an increase in the price of bagged sugar sold in the local market. But what about the other 2 associations? Well, today we heard from the Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association, the largest association in the industry, and they are against an increase. In a letter sent to the Prime Minister this afternoon, the BSCFA states that they concur with the Prime Minister's declaration that, given the current high cost of living, such a proposed price increase made by the Sugarcane Producers Association, CACPA, and the Progressive Sugarcane Producers Association, PSCPA, would adversely affect the livelihood of consumers, especially the poor and low-income earners. Although the price increase in sugar sold in the local market would benefit the cane farmers in the industry, our association firmly supports you in your decision not to consider the request for such a price increase at this moment, says the BSCFA. According to BSCFA, while both associations affirm that such a price increase is being requested in order to ensure the sustainability of the sugarcane operations of the cane farmers, there are other critical factors that can ensure such sustainability, namely a fair price of sugarcane to be paid by Belize Sugar Industries Limited, American Sugar Refining, BSI-ASR, to cane farmers, and in the case of the BSCFA's members, the payment of fair trade premiums for export sugar sold as fair trade by Tate and Lye Sugars, TLS of England. The BSCFA ends the letter by advising the PM not to be distracted by proposals such as that of the 2 associations to increase the price of brown sugar and to focus on the decisions and actions that need to be taken by government to rectify the injustices and to bring equity in the sugar industry. Coming up next, the Digital Connect Center inaugurated in San Esteban, students and MSMEs to benefit. Stay tuned.
Indulge the flavor. Go beyond meat. Looks like meat. Tastes like meat. But it's better than meat. 100% plant-based. Rich in protein, 50% less saturated fat, no GMOs, no added soy, packed with benefits and sustainable. Beyond meat, good for you, good for the environment. Now available in 6 different types of products in Belize. Beyond burger, beyond sausage, beyond beef, beyond chicken nuggets, beyond chicken tenders, beyond steak, beyond meat, distributed by United Distributors Limited.
LG dual inverter compressor cools air faster by operating at speeds as high as 120 Hz with more stability compared to conventional models. It also saves up to 70% more energy by operating at speeds as low as 10 Hz with more stability. It reduces torque vibration down to 40% for quiet outdoor unit operation. Stable operation with low vibrations also results in increased durability.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
This morning, San Estevanos witnessed the inauguration of their first Digital Connect Center located at the village's library. It's the first of 6 centers that will be established in the country by Beltrade under the Building Resilient MSMEs Accelerating Digitalization Project in collaboration with the E-Governance and Digitalization Unit and the United Nations Development Programme. On hand for today's inauguration was Prime Minister John Briceño, who is also the area representative for the community of San Estevan, which falls under Orange Walk Central. For him, the opening of the center signifies the implementation of Plan Belize, which is to rebuild a more resilient Belize through technology.
I think it is set in the appropriate place at the library. You know, growing up, us as kids, you know, it's a treat for us to go to the library because there we will get old-time magazines will be several months old, and books that we could read to find out what is happening in the rest of the world. You know that we are putting now this Digital Connect Center here. Computers represent knowledge. Computers, the connection to the rest of the world. That you could be here in San Estevan, but know what's happening in Beijing, know what's happening in Taiwan, know what's happening in India, in Mexico, or in the Toledo district. Something that we had no clue about what is going on. So this Digital Connect Center that we're putting here, I think is taking us another step into the digitization strategy of the government of Belize.
And as they say, knowledge is power, and as such, PM Briceño advised students to use the facility wisely and even connect with Beltrade.
By them to be able to connect to what Beltrade has, that they could register and then look at businesses and get different courses in teaching them about business and opening up their eyes for them to realize that there are so many opportunities here in Belize. I believe that this is a step in the right direction. A lot of what Beltrade is offering, it's relevant, and it's done in such a way that they can learn very quickly about business and what opportunities are there.
The center is also designed to support micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSMEs, who cover 90% of the businesses in Belize. The center will provide these hard-working Belizeans a space for networking, skills building, and knowledge sharing.
And as such, we have to give them special attention. We have to see how we could work with them, also how we could create opportunities for them. We have to be able to open opportunities for them, open doors for them. And that is the strategy of our government when it comes to MSMEs, in simple terms without using no technical language. That we want to create opportunities for them. We want them to become a part of the formal economy. Because we have a fairly big informal economy. But if we could get them back into the formal economy, we create not only opportunities for them, but we create also opportunities for the rest of the country by ways of collecting more the taxes that we really need to be able to reinvest back in our communities.
With COVID-19 teaching the world that technology is inescapable if we are to become sustainable and resilient to crisis, whether national, environmental, or global health situations, the center could not have come at a better time, says chairlady of the village, Rosaura Chan.
We have always wanted a library that is well equipped, that has internet, computer, AC, everything comfortable for the kids, and it came to reality. And it's something that is really, really good for our village, because our village is growing very fast. Since we have the librarian working here, she is aware already of the the rules, the guidelines of how to be using it. It's open to the students. I'm happy that it's open to the students, to the public, you know. It's not only the businesses that can appreciate it, but it's also the children that need to research or they need to print or they need to do something here. Then it's open to them as well. We found out that we need to promote more technology, and that's the reason why I feel that this is the great time when this is coming to our village, and we're happy that it's happening under our PUP government, especially because I am the first PUP chairperson, and it's the Women's Month, and that makes me more happy because, you know, we're bigging up our women this month.
The centers are a collaboration between Beltrade, the Ministry of E-Governance, and the United Nations Development Program, UNDP.
We realize that, you know, the majority of the micro businesses are actually women-owned and run. They looked at the challenges they faced. In addition to that, it looked at how can we build on what Beltrade was doing to enhance the capacities of MSMEs, to pivot into this digital age. And so working with Beltrade, we helped them develop their virtual knowledge center, which is basically a tool, online training tool to help enhance their businesses, and also the outreach to the community. We also built in there the idea of these digital connect centers. So we are very pleased to be opening the first one here, and you can see what it looks like. And the sense is that, you know, the range of population, small business people come here, sit down and access information, including the virtual knowledge center, but also communicate, because not everyone, you know, some of us take it for granted, but not everyone has access to internet. Even if you have a small phone, maybe you don't have a computer, you can't do some things on it. It is well cited in this library, so the youth are also expected to utilize it. So this whole project on MSMEs had wider implications.
The centers are coupled with other incentive programs from government, which include the one-off fiscal incentive for MSMEs, granting exemption from import duty, revenue replacement duty, or excise duty on goods with an import value of up to $1 million. A cabinet subcommittee has been formed to address the issues of inflation and price gouging, which continue to affect the cost of living of all Belizeans. It follows a discussion in this week's cabinet meeting on the issue, specifically increases in cost of supplies, which in turn affect the cost of goods and services. Minister of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise, Jose Abelardo May, has been tasked to lead the subcommittee to 1. Explore a short-term framework to alleviate the impacts on those most affected, and 2. To explore any and all angles, including legal, to put an end to price gouging. The executive uncomfortably acknowledges that despite government subsidies to the productive and transportation sectors, an increase in the minimum wage and an employment boom, the cost of living continues to affect all Belizeans. This week, Prime Minister John Briceño said Cabinet would have to take a look at proposals to increase the retail cost of bagged brown and plantation white sugar, a commodity Belize produces in abundance, yet whose price has remained stagnant for years. Meanwhile, Cabinet said it welcomed the offer from the joint unions to assemble a team that will actively assist with monitoring processes in stores to detect instances of price gouging. This is another demonstration of the government's commitment to working hand in hand with the unions for the good of our nation and all our people. And as part of its initiative to obtain healthier nation, Cabinet gave its support to a joint undertaking between the Ministry of Health and Wellness and the Ministry of Education, Culture, Science and Technology to promote healthy foods in schools in Belize. This is in response to escalating health issues brought about by the availability of unhealthy food options for school children and adolescents. This may result in the gradual banning of unhealthy foods and sugar-sweetened beverages in our schools. Approval was also given for a package of amendments to legislation to be introduced at the next sitting of the House of Representatives in connection with the modernization of tax administration with respect to laws regarding anti-money laundering, combating the financing of terrorism and proliferation financing in Belize, and for government to enter into 2 loan agreements with the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB. The first is for $10 million Belize dollars to support the rehabilitation of 43.5 miles of rural roads in furtherance of the Resilient Rural Belize program. The second loan agreement is for $2.4 million Belize dollars to meet additional costs for the Belize Social Investment Fund to cover costs associated with 4 outstanding community projects, namely Corazon Creek Technical High, School Building, Cristo Rey RC, Pre-Primary and Primary School Construction Sub-Project, the continuation of the Libertad Concepcion Rural Water System, and the Dorothy Menzies Child Care Center buildings. While in the village of San Esteban for the inauguration of the newly installed Digital Connect Center today, Prime Minister John Briceño also visited the San Esteban Roman Catholic School, where he handed over several football items to the male and female football team, including jerseys. On hand to receive the donation was Coach Eutimio Muniz, who currently has the team engaged in a football academy.
Now that I started coaching the school, I found out that we were lacking football with the girls. So I mentioned to the principal that it would be a good idea if I do the academy, including the primary school. No? So in that way, we would have the girls involved, 20 girls and 20 boys. So I called the office and asked for these donations, no? What I know I would use during the training. And well, thank God it came.
So when did the academy start and when is it expected to end?
It should be a process about 15 weeks, and it will begin next week with the selection of kids.
And talk to us about some of the training that the girls will be receiving.
It will be a mutual training. The same thing that the boys do, the girls will do. Everything when it comes to skills, how to pass a ball, drill a ball, run with the ball, buck a ball, all the skills in football they will learn.
Apart from basic football skills, participants will also gain more knowledge in life skills.
They will learn about teamwork, okay? Also about responsibility, because like you see these jerseys is for the school, so they will have a great responsibility to take care of it. So you teach them responsibility, their behavior, how they behave during the training. No? Sometimes some of these kids tend to go astray with some bad words or things like that. All of that will change. When it comes to schoolwork, we need to see that they get good grades to be part of the academy also.
So they have to keep up their school grades?
Yes, indeed, yes.
The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has published their preliminary findings following a mission visit to Belize from February 2nd to the 14th, 2023. The team met with Christopher Coy, Minister of State, Joseph Waite, Financial Secretary, Kareem Michael, Governor of the Central Bank of Belize, and other senior government officials, representatives of the opposition, private sector, and public sector unions. The findings noted that economic activity in Belize has rebounded strongly from the COVID-19 pandemic, while inflation has risen. According to the report, after contracting by 13.4% in 2020, real GDP rebounded by 15.2% in 2021 and 11.6% in the first 3 quarters of 2022, driven by retail and wholesale trade, tourism, and business process outsourcing. The IMF noted that visitors to Belize reached 74% of pre-pandemic levels in 2022 as COVID-19 restrictions eased amid vaccination efforts in Belize and source markets. In addition, the unemployment rate fell from 10.2% in 2021 to 5% in the second half of 2022. However, inflation increased to 3.2% in 2021 and 6.3% in 2022. Notably, inflation is driven by higher global food and fuel prices, despite the fixing of domestic diesel and regular gasoline prices at the pump since April 2022. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Friday, March 3rd, here on CTV3 and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read the text version of the news, you can visit our website at CTV3BelizeNews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at Facebook.com, CTV3 Belize News, or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at CTV3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.